7th graders, we're going to go through lesson 5-6, which is a problem solving lesson, and we're going to focus on this strategy of working backwards. Okay? When you're working backwards, you're given the result at the end of the problem, and you have to figure out where it started. Kind of like if you're starting with a number n, and then you add 4 and you subtract 2 and the result is 5. What is the original number? That's a very, very simple problem of working backwards to find the answer. Okay? So what would you do to work backwards? Jacob?
So you literally work backwards and you take, instead of adding or subtracting, you like reverse it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So if the result is 5, and it said subtract 2, you start with 5 and you add 2 is 7. And then instead of adding 4, you take away 4. And you get 3. How can you check it?
You just add 4 minus 2.
Yeah, then you go through the process and see if the process worked. Okay? Add 4. 3 plus 4 is 7. And then subtract 2 and you get 5, and you know what? You come up with the original number. Okay? So, this is an example, very simple example. You had some that you were a little more complicated for today in this worksheet. So we did this on Monday together. Look at this example. Again, Jody, Carl, and Kara want to buy a pizza. Jody said she could pay half the cost. Carl said he could pay 1/3 of what was left. And after Jody paid half, and then Kara said she could pay the remaining $4. How much does the pizza cost? So, first of all, a problem like this works really good to model. And so I drew a model here. If you draw a large box which represents the price of the pizza, and then cut it into fractions that are in the problem. So, it says first that Jody can pay half of the cost. So I drew a line and cut it in half. Alright? This one has the answers already in it. But if we were to go back and draw this one out, you would draw this one out like this. So here is a box that represents the whole pizza. And then it says Jody could pay half. So if we cut it in half and we write in Jody's name, we know that she can pay half of that. Okay? This is a problem like what's going to be on a test. So please make sure you have this model in your notes. Put this model in your notes right now. Okay? Then it says that Carl can pay 1/3 of what was left. So this is the amount left. And if Carl can pay 1/3, if we cut this part that's left into thirds, then we know Carl can pay 1/3 of it. And Kara said she could pay the remaining $4. So here's Kara's portion. And it says $4. Now, if Kara's paying $4, and that is these two amounts, how much is each of these amounts? Jacob? $2. And that means Carl's portion is $2. And that means that that's how much, this much here. 2, 4, 6. That means that half of the pizza is $6. And that Jody is paying the other half, which is $6. So by starting with Kara's amount, and then the model helps you to figure out that that is 2/3 of half, kind of. 2/3 of half of the pizza. So this model helps you to get these amounts right here. How much is the pizza? $12. This big piece represents the whole pizza. Okay? Does everyone understand how to use that model to solve a problem like this? Anytime you're working with a problem that has fractions in it, this is a good model to use. Okay, use this model for fraction questions. Alright, use this type of model for fraction questions. Here's another one. Number 1. Stephen, Lisa, and Mark want to buy a pizza. Stephen said he could pay twice as much as Lisa. Mark said he could pay the remaining $3, which is $1 less than Lisa's share. How much does the pizza cost? So, here's another one, and it's on your worksheet, so get your worksheet out. So you guys that just got the worksheet, draw this model up next to it. Number one, and we're talking about pizza cost. Stephen, Lisa, and Mark want to buy a pizza. Stephen said he could pay twice as much as Lisa. So, if Stephen is paying twice as much as Lisa, then we could say that this is Stephen's amount, and then one of these is Lisa's amount. Okay? Or we could make this Steve's amount as well. Either one of these represents twice of what Lisa is paying. Okay? Then Mark said that he could pay the remaining $3. So if these two are paying half, then the remaining $3 is the amount that Mark is paying. Okay? Now, if Lisa is paying, or if this is $1 less dollar than Lisa's paying, it says that's $1 less than Lisa's share. So then we know Lisa's share is how much? If this remaining amount is $3, and that's $1 less than Lisa's share, what can we put in this box right here? Kaden?
Oh, 2.
No, $1 less than Lisa's. $3 is $1 less than Lisa's share.
Oh, 4.
So $4.
I thought 1 less than Mark.
Yeah.
So I thought that was
So this is $4. Okay? And then, how much is Steve paying? $8. Okay? So then, these amounts, $4 is how much is Lisa paying, $8 is how much Steve is paying, and $3 is how much is Mark is paying. And so those amounts equal $15. That's the total price of the pizza. Okay? Questions on that one? So again, using this model for fractions. Okay? To figure out how much each one is paying. Then, you did number 2. And we did number 2 together. So this one was one that was working backwards. It says on Wednesday, Olga's parents said she owed them too much money to borrow anymore. On Thursday, she paid her parents $15 she had earned babysitting. On Friday, she borrowed $5 to go to the movies. On Saturday, she paid them $12 she earned babysitting. Then her debt was down to $22. How much did she owe on Wednesday? So, working backwards, if we start with $22, and then it says that on Saturday she paid them $22. So that was $22 off her debt. So that means we, instead of subtracting that from her debt, this is the amount that she owes, this is her debt. So instead of subtracting that from her debt, we would need to work backwards and add that to her debt. $12, right? So add $12. Then on Friday, she borrowed $5 to go to the movies. So minus 5 from that. Instead of adding that to the debt, we are subtracting that. Then it says on Thursday she paid her parents $15 that she had earned babysitting. So again, instead of subtracting that from her debt, we're going to add the amount. And so what is her debt then at the beginning? $44, yep. 22 plus 12 is 34. Minus 5 is 29. Plus 15, she owed them $44. Okay. Any questions on that one? Then you can check it by working the opposite way, right? Okay, then the last one you did, number 3. Yuki, Molly, Brandon, and Anna share an apple pie for dessert. Brandon eats half of the amount that Molly eats. This is another fraction equation. Oops. So draw a box that represents the entire apple pie dessert. So everybody do that. Brandon eats half of the amount Molly eats. Alright? So if Molly eats
4.
So Molly eats, if Molly eats 2 pieces, or 2 amounts, Brandon eats 1 amount. And then it says Yuki eats 4 times as much as Brandon. Alright? What was it again? Yuki eats 4 times as the amount as Brandon. So Yuki ate this. If Brandon eats 1/4, then Yuki ate all of this. Okay? Then Molly ate 1/4 of the pie. How much did Anna eat? So, We're gonna need to redraw this. Let's say that so Molly ate twice the amount that Brandon ate. So let's say that if Molly ate 2/4, Brandon ate 1/4, and then Yuki ate 4 times the amount as Brandon. So here's Brandon. Here's Molly. That's Molly's part. Here's Brandon's part. And then Yuki so then Yuki ate okay. And it says Molly ate 1/4 of the pie. So if this is 1/4, then half of that is 1/8. And so how many eighths is this? That's 4/8. So each of these is 1/8. Right? So then how much did Anna get to eat? So this is 2/8.
One slice.
Yep, 1/8 of the pie, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yay.
So this is all 7/8. And so Anna got 1/8. Okay. Any questions on that? You see how drawing that out, you can figure out the different size pieces?
Yes.
And then you can find the amount that's remaining. Okay?